today, for all of our Marvel fans, our Guardians of the Galaxy fans, we're going to draw Baby Groot decorated as a Christmas tree. So we're going to go halfway down on our paper. We're going to start off by drawing Baby Groot's eyes. 2 big circles for those eyes. And then inside those eyes, we're going to put the highlights like we usually do, but we're going to put a couple more. Put a smaller circle there, and an even smaller circle there. Then go in and color those eyes in. Make sure we go around the circles. We have big dark circles with lots of little highlights. Really brings out the cuteness that's in Baby Groot. So take a minute, get all that colored in as well as you can. Almost done here. Almost done. So the next thing we're going to do is go in and draw Baby Groot's smile. Beneath his eyes, and his head is tilted this way, not this way. So things are going to be at an angle on his head. We're going to draw a little smile, and then what we're going to do is expand that down by making another smile beneath it. I'm going to put a little curve in there for a tongue. Go in there and color that mouth in. And then what we're going to do from there is go in and beneath his mouth, what we're going to do is curve outward and up. And once we hit about the eyes, we're going to make our line straight. Go on up like so. Same thing with the other side. We're going to curve around to the eyes. Once we hit the eyes, we're going to go straight, go up to about there. So from here, what we're going to do is draw some jagged edges and points, and you can do these however you want. There's no real trick or rhyme or reason to them. I just make sure that I'm not making completely straight lines there, because that's jagged pieces of wood that's there. What we're going to do next is put a little bit of detail in them, because Baby Groot has some grooves on there from that jagged wood. So wherever I have little points in there that come inward or down, not this one, not this one, not this one, those are pointing up, but this one, because it's pointing down. And what I do is just make a few lines with my marker there. I can kind of skip if I want to. I don't have to do on every one of them, but it does give it a little bit more texture in there. Alright, so let's go in and make his body from here. I'm going to go back to the bottom of his head, make kind of a windy little curve right there. Go to the other side, make the other side of that body a windy curve as well. And then what we're going to do is make little vines come up from the sides like so for his arms. Not a lot of detail. And then his hands, going to just make a little point, come back, go out, make a point, come back, point and come back, point and come back, point and come back, and finish out that hand. Same thing with the other side. Curve out for the top of the arm, curve out for the bottom of the arm, getting thinner once we get towards the wrist. I'm going to go out for the thumb, point, come back, out for the first finger, point and come back, out for the second finger, point and come back, third finger, point and come back, fourth finger, point and come all the way back to the hand, to the wrist, sorry. Okay, from there what we want to do is start to make his pot. So what we're going to do is draw a little curved line right here to form the top of his pot's lid. And then what we're going to do behind that is draw in a little curve that goes from there. Notice I did not put it all the way to the end. connect it to his body. And then we're going to go from his body to that first curve again, leaving some right there. And then what we're going to do is basically draw a flattened curved shape around that. So we've got the pot then, the top of the pot that he is living in. You can go to the sides of that now. Draw a couple of short straight lines down and connect those. We're going to go a little bit longer here, form the rest of his pot. Lines are roughly the same length, and connect them with a curve. So we've got our basic Baby Groot here. Now we're going to Christmasize him, basically. We're going to put some things on him that make him look a little bit more festive. So down here on his pot, what we're going to do is lots of little squiggles. We're going to put some tinsel around his pot. So I'm just making lots of little squiggle lines. Go from high up to down low. I'm going to put 2 of these on there. Okay, 1 more. Go over here. Lots of little squiggles. They don't have to connect, but we just want it to look like there's a little bit of tinsel, kind of the fluffy kind, wrapped around his pot. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, we're going to wrap some lights around his body. So what I'm going to do is start off by drawing some flattened football shapes. What I'm going to do first of all is draw a little box, a little rectangle, color it in. I'm going to go make a curve out to a point and come back and do this 2 or 3 times here on his left side. Little box, come out to a point, come back, little box, come out to a point, come back, over here, little box, come out to a point and come back, little box, come out to a point, come back. I'll put one of these in the middle of his body, a little box, out to a point, come back, one more down here. What we're going to do, we've put our Christmas lights in place. We're going to put a cord that connects them all here in just a minute. So listen to me, my last one, little box, point, and come back. So from here, what I'm going to do is start connecting all of these. So I'm just going to draw a thick black line that runs from light to light. Now I'm going to let that cord go behind his arm. Same with this one, go behind his arm. Then this one, we're going to pretend like it comes back out right here, connects to that light, connects to that light. It'll swoop around, and again, this is just like connecting the dots, only instead of dots, I'm connecting light bulbs. Go up, connect that one, go over, connect that one, and what we're going to do is pretend like we're connecting this one and this one by just making that go behind him as well. So he's wrapped in some Christmas lights. One more thing we're going to do, Baby Groot has sometimes a few little branches that come up here, little tiny branches with leaves coming out of them. So we're going to put a few of those on here by making just some squiggly lines. Try your best not to make them go straight up and down. So make some squiggly lines, put some little tiny circles on them that can look like leaves. Like they're just beginning to bud. Okay, and this is why I didn't want you to make them completely straight up and down. What we're going to do is put some decorations on there. So since Baby Groot is twisted like this, our ornaments are going to be like this. They're still going to hang straight down. So from this one, I'm going to put a little line, rectangle, circle at the end of it. And you can put these wherever you want. I'm going to put one here, little line, rectangle, circle at the end of it. Go right here, little line, circle at the end of it. So you can put as many of those as you want. So that's going to finish me up on this one. You can keep adding as much detail to this as you want. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and sign my name. Love to see what you drew. You can post them on Instagram or Facebook and tag at Brian Mays Art, and I'll get to see it. So thanks for drawing. Hope I can see you next time. Thanks for drawing with me today. You can subscribe to my newsletter to get more art fun. Just go to brianmaysart.com/newsletter. And I'd love to see what you drew. Share it on Facebook or Instagram, and be sure to tag Brian Mays Art so I can find it. See you next time.